Question 21. The diagrams show patterns made from grey tiles and white tiles. One of the patterns has exactly one line of symmetry. Part A, write down the letter of this pattern. A lot of the time it can be very tempting just to write down the very first one that you come across. But it's a good idea just to check everything to make sure that the first one is not the only answer. If we look at A, there is a line of symmetry which goes horizontally across the middle. We can't put any diagonally up or down, so we know that A at least has one line of symmetry. Shape B also has a line horizontally, but then also vertically, and diagonally, and diagonally. So that has 4 lines of symmetry. Pattern C has no lines of symmetry. You cannot put a mirror anywhere on that to make it reflect. So therefore, we've confirmed that answer A must be our only shape with one line of symmetry. Part B, write down the order of rotational symmetry of pattern C. So the order of rotational symmetry is how many times can that pattern be rotated around and still look the same after it's gone around 360 degrees. To help with that, you could turn the whole page around. I'm just going to take a small snapshot to show that we can rotate this shape and how many times it can be rotated. So if I start to rotate this, you can see that once we've gone a quarter of the way round, that's not the same pattern. But upside down, it's identical, it's exactly the same pattern. So therefore we have 1, that's not the same, but that one is. So once we've gone all the way round, there are 2 different viewpoints which look exactly the same, and therefore the order of rotational symmetry must be 2. For a paper copy, you could just turn the page around, and the only way you'll find the shape looking the same is if you hold the page upside down. The diagram on the grid shows a tile in the shape of a hexagon. On the grid, show how the tile will tessellate. You should draw at least 6 tiles. The word tessellate means to fit together without leaving gaps. So to show how a shape would tessellate, you must draw the exact same shape together without any gaps between them. Using the triangle grid, we can show this just by continuing on our design. Following the triangles, there's an exact copy of the hexagon. There are no gaps, but we have to make sure that we draw at least 6 tiles. So you just continue this pattern, making sure that it looks the same as the one that you started with, using a pencil and a ruler each time, just to make sure if you do make a mistake, you can rub it out and that all your lines are neat and accurate. These 6 shapes can be drawn anywhere as long as they are all connecting, all fit together, and are all exactly the same shape and size. But we can already see that this pattern could go on forever and ever, assuming that there was space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's fine. If you have time and decide to continue the pattern on a couple of extra steps, that's not a problem. You will not lose marks as long as you have at least 6 of these shapes drawn.